Hey guys, it's Lavender Barks. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to do a little bit something different with kind of like a cooking video of sorts. I don't really care what anybody has to say, and I'm sure somebody in the comments is going to be like, oh, you did it right, you did it wrong. Shut up. Wash your hands thoroughly between each step. If you don't wash your hands between each step, you're fucking grubby, disgusting, and I don't trust your cooking skills at all. Get really deep in there. Get super fucking deep in there. You see how deep I'm getting in there? Get deep in there. Clean your hands. Don't act like you're afraid of soap and water. Wash your hands. You have to wash your hands. You have to. You have to. It's important. Get in between those fingers, get under those nails, all of it. Clean all of it. Get in there until your skin burns, for all I care. Clean your hands. Wash your hands. It is important. You cannot skip this step. Okay? Dry them. I'm still rinsing. Okay. Okay. Dry them. Paper towel, regular towel, doesn't matter as long as it's clean. You don't want to put that bacteria and that ickiness back on your hands, okay? You want to have clean hands. You have to have clean hands, okay? Onions, 2 of them. Mine were going bad, so they're a little mushy. We're gonna have to take care of that by hand, unfortunately. I'm sure there will be somebody complaining about how I cut these onion wrongs. I don't care. I don't care. My brother is literally a chef for a living, and my mom taught me how to cook, okay? You cut your onions your way, I will cut my onions my way. Shut the fuck up, or I'm going to put onion juice directly in your eyeballs. Cut the ends off, cut them in half. Notice how it's squishy on the one side? We don't want that. I have a bowl off to the side to put my bad stuff in. All of the stuff that goes in the trash. You can also compost it if you want, but I put mine in the trash because we don't have a compost. And that is what I'm doing here. See? Icky stuff gone, icky stuff bad. Cut off anything you have to. It is okay. Don't be afraid to cut things off, okay? Don't be afraid to cut things off of your onions. That goes for life too. Don't be afraid to cut things off or cut people off. Cut anything off. It doesn't matter. Your life is your own. I know this is probably boring to watch, but I just wanted to show how I got all the ickies off, okay? All of the bad parts. All of the trash goes in the trash bowl. I also have another bowl to put the good stuff in. Separate them. Always separate them. Never put it all in one bowl and then pick it out later. Like, just don't be a fucking idiot, okay? I tried to cut all of the icky off with this one at the same time, but they were going bad actively, so I unfortunately had way more waste than I would have liked, but it's better than wasting the full onion, okay? The reason why I cooked to begin with is because they were going bad and I didn't want them wasted. And just don't be afraid of it. Just really get in there and get all the bad stuff out. You really have to look at onions because they will kind of hide the rot within them as well. As you can see, I'm picking out the middle parts and checking and squeezing and just seeing, you know, what's up. they will hide the raw like super deep in there, and you've got to really try and get it all out, you know? And I actually ended up not using that slice that I cut out because it was mushy on the inside. This is just me washing the onions. You have to wash your onions. It doesn't matter if the inside is okay. Wash them. Wash it. Wash your fucking onions. Also, wash your utensils. Even if you don't completely wash them, that's fine. At the very least, rinse it. You cannot have cross-contamination and you cannot have, like, dirt on your utensils. See? Nice and clean. Here's the bowl of scraps. Throw them away, compost them, up to you. Wash your hands again. You have to. You have to wash your hands in between steps. I don't fucking care who you are. Wash your ding dang hands. So now here's the clean bowl also, just in case you need to put more scraps in it. And here I make a cut that looks weird, and so I look at it and it's bad. Some of those are bad. And so I scrap that whole section of the onion because it's mushy and it's bad and it's going to make me sick. Wash your hands again. I cannot express it enough. Wash your damn hands. And I also quickly wiped my knife and the surface that I was cutting on as well, just to be safe. Next onion. This one was better. Not mushy, not icky. Got completely cut. And now I'm done slicing. That was like 3 whole minutes of slicing, by the way. Always wipe your surface, always. Bowl. Onions. I don't know why I did it that way, because one bowl is for eggs and the other is full of onions. And here I'm talking to my mom, but onions in the pan. Just all of them, just right on in there. And then I kind of like to just move them and manipulate them and get the sections completely separated. That way all of them have a chance to cook evenly. Also, don't judge me for forgetting to take my ring off, okay? Typically, you should take your ring off. I forgot to take my ring off, okay? Don't come at me for it. I'm admitting now that I forgot to take my ring off. Now, I didn't have enough butter, so I also added a little bit of canola oil. And I ended up actually burning the onions a little bit. Not too bad, just a little bit. And I think that contributed to it because of the oil. But I didn't have enough butter, so that was the best I could do. Mix, 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 mix. Mix, 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 mix. Just melt that butter a little bit, plop that top on, and just let it go. Just let it go for a little bit. Boom. Picking out my eggs, which I always pick out the biggest ones. I always pick out the biggest eggs because I'm a big bat and I had to stir really quick also because, like I said, the oil accelerated the cooking process, but I didn't have enough butter, so I made do. Okay, biggest eggs, 4 of them. I used 4, but you can add or subtract the amount of eggs and onions that you use depending on how much you want to make. But that depends on you. This is how I make it. Crack. Eggy. That one squirted for some reason. And I know it didn't look like I bonked it, but I did. I did in fact bonk it. Egg. And this one looked weird, so I gave it a little sniff and it was fine. But I think it was in the process of being frozen because of the back of our fridge. Eggy. And there's all the eggs. Wash your motherfucking hands. Wipe your motherfucking area that you're using to make things at. And here's just a little quick check-in on the onions. They're going. They're cooking. They're going. I don't know what else to say. It's onions and they're cooking. I don't. So I just kind of whisk them. I like to pop the yolk first because I feel like it makes it easier, and then I start mixing. And as you can see, there's a lot of smoke forming from the onions, so it's gonna kind of get a little bit wild here in a little bit because I have to like move really fast or else the onions are just gonna burn completely. powder. And then I also did salt, and I did pepper, but I didn't realize that there was already pepper cracked in the shaker, so I put so much pepper, but it's okay, it ended up working out. Here's the watch. This is so funny. My face is so funny, look. Who did that? And then I have my lovely mom putting the camera up. I love her. And so the key to my personal sauteing and caramelizing of onions is I put just a little tiny bit of sugar, because I like kind of candied onions, I guess is what you could call it. I don't know what to call it, but I add just a little tiny bit of sugar just to give it that oomph and bring out the sweetness. And that's just the way I like it. You don't have to do that. You don't have to add the sugar if you don't want to. It's fine. And then I brought it out the eye because it was burning, and then I turned the eye off and was like, ooh, the residual heat could cook the eggs, because I'm so smart. And then I add the mixing, which I didn't end up mixing the spices because, again, the onions were burning. So this is the mixing I mixed it. And yeah, that's really honestly it. I put it on a tortilla just for presentation's sake, and then I put some parsley and some sage on it. Taking the first bite. Usually I put some form of meat and some cheese in there, but I didn't have either of those things. But it's still good. It's still delicious. I tore that shit up. I hope you enjoyed.